Athletes rotting in prison in 2024. DaVonte Neal was a football star at Chaparral High School in Scottsdale, Arizona. Twice, he was named Arizona's Gatorade Player of the Year. He was also All-State twice and a Parade All-American in 2011. In 2012, he was considered the 8th best player in his class, ahead of Stefon Diggs and Jameis Winston, and many saw him as a future NFL player. Not only did he excel on the football field, but he was also a state champion in track. After high school, he attended Notre Dame University. He played in 13 games, but he didn't produce. He decided to transfer to Arizona University. He played receiver in 2014 before switching to cornerback in 2015 and 2016. He never lived up to the hype and wasn't good enough to make it to the NFL. He later worked as a football coach at 2 Arizona high schools before becoming an assistant football coach at Idaho State in January 2022. On May 25, 2022, Pocatello, Idaho, police went to Neal's home and arrested him for first-degree murder, drive-by shooting, and discharging a firearm at a structure. He was accused of killing 25-year-old Bryan Burns in 2017. Burns was found in a vehicle on the side of the road a few miles away from the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport at around 3 a.m. on November 11th. He had been shot. He succumbed to his injuries the next day. Soon after the crime, detectives learned that Burns was seeing Neal's ex-girlfriend Marie. They also learned that Burns called Marie moments before the shooting and told her he was being followed by a gray or silver car. That car proceeded to sideswipe Burns's vehicle, then the man behind the wheel started shooting. Someone got the vehicle's license plate, which was traced back to Neal's sister. Neal was questioned 4 days after the murder, and he stated he didn't own a gun, but authorities later found text messages from the summer of 2017 that said otherwise. They also found a text where a family member told Neal to get rid of the weapon. Despite the evidence, he was allowed to walk. 8 months after the murder, Burns's brother Brandon ran into Neal at the mall and started questioning him about his brother's shooting, but Neal tried to lie about who he was, and Brandon learned nothing significant. After arresting Neal in 2022, Idaho sent him back to Arizona, and in September 2024, he pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. On October 4, 2024, he was sentenced to 20 years in prison.